So what's next? When I think about the benefits of being a Catholic, I actually get really excited because I actually grew up Baptist. So my faith life was geared around one particular church. So it was one, even though I was, denominationally speaking, I was Baptist. We only went to one church. And if we went to a different church to visit, we could have got a totally different message, totally different flow, totally different feel to the message, the way they presented the message. Just about everything could have been totally different. And if I had been visiting that church while being a Baptist, I wouldn't necessarily know if they were speaking, the right information that I was getting from my church. One of the great benefits of being Catholic is that you can go to any Catholic church around the Western world, and if it's a Roman Catholic church, which is of our religious denomination, the liturgy will be exactly the same. Maybe the music is a little bit different, but the lesson, the gospel, the Old Testament, the flow of the Mass itself will be exactly the same. And there's a distinct reason behind that. And we'll get into that later on in the year in subsequent lessons. But that's one of the great things and one of the great benefits about being Catholic. Also, there's a great opportunity to learn more about your faith. We have unlimited access to books, to teachings, to recordings, to videos, and these are professionally produced. These are mass researched. You can access them anywhere. We got hundreds of Catholic universities across the world where their scholars go in and they study the Word, and they study the history of the church, the history of our belief system in depth, and they bring that information back to us, so we have easy access to it. You have access to a priest whose sole responsibility is to go out and do more research and find out best ways to bring the message of the gospel to you, so that your access to spiritual religious information is right there at your fingertips. So that's one of the great benefits of being Catholic. And along those same lines, what comes out of that is a responsibility. And one of the biggest responsibilities is to spread the gospel. And that may seem, very obvious. Of course, we're supposed to spread the gospel. But, how many of us really, really do that on a daily basis? So it brings us back to, how do you break this down? What is it that we really do as Catholics? And one of our, chief jobs, and at least in my mind, that is a benefit, is that we have this access to this information. So all we have to do is invite people to come and listen to it. Invite people to church. Those people in your lives that are searching for spiritual truth, a place that they can call home. And the Catholic Church is very much so, at least in my mind, the very best place for them to be, to share what's great about the faith, and knowing what we know about it and having access to this information brings with it a responsibility to continue to share it. And I think about this one other thing that I've been asked to speak of, and this is really important. This is, if I had a friend who was thinking about becoming Catholic, what would be the number one reason that I would tell them they should do it? And that's very simple. I would tell them they should do it because if you're looking for the truth, if you're looking for the truth about being a Christian, you got to go to the source, and the source is the Catholic Church. This was the church founded by the apostles. This was the church founded by St. Peter. This was the church of the first disciples. The first church grew from us. And so I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I hope that you learned something and gather in your own minds and your heart the faith. And have a great day. Love you.